Hello, and hello, welcome to the phone. It looks like it's time.
Hi, Tata.
welcome to
Tata indeed.
welcome to Joseph Ferris's It Takes Two for the PlayStation 4. On the PlayStation 4, sorry. Part of
Through the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Haze Light. Unreal Engine 4?
4.
Yes.
4, yeah.
They forgot to add the 4.
Wow, we jump as a title screen. Tells it's very minimalistic.
Yeah, it is.
That's a very Pixar energy.
That's exactly very well spotted, Dej, because one of the primary inspirations for this game is Pixar, actually. Not just their storytelling, but their formula in general. This game literally follows the Pixar formula practically to a T.
All right, Pedro. With this, EA owns your soul. Did you got that?
Yes, I did.
Wow, It Takes Two is a good movie. I wish marriage was real.
well, I can tell that mine is.
Is it?
I don't know. It seems like it.
Yeah. How do you know?
I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going into Higurashi territory here, Dwibs. Be careful.
That's interesting because I haven't seen Higurashi.
So
is it just like in A Way Out, you and your brother?
No, I'm playing with Vanessa.
True, that is true.
Fitting, very fitting.
Well, it's according to Joseph Ferris, it's the best possible way to play the game because according to Joseph Ferris, one of the big parts of the playtesting phase was getting couples to playtest the game because they wanted to see their reactions to things and how they talk about figuring out the puzzles and communicating, like synchronizing movements and stuff like that.
Child, what's wrong with your face?
Oh, remember, Teo.
In America.
Remember, Teo. Remember, Teo. EA only gives him a AA budget, so we have to have to cut some corners.
I mean, it looks pretty good for double.
The human models in Way Out were actually fine, and even these ones don't look that bad. It's just the child.
I guess child models are their weakness. I don't know.
It seems a common problem considering young Aloy. I'll check in the meantime the voice actors.
I know, I've got to work overtime. You have to do that every week?
Is that a British accent?
Oh boy,
Yes.
and we're off to a good start.
I guess that's the entire point with
the whole premise of this is that their marriage is and they can't get along with it. So yes, we have to start this way.
I know it's not him, but the husband sounds like Josh Keaton
Oh,
for some reason.
I think she already knows.
See, one of the big problems with them is that they're so caught up in their own thing that they don't even notice how much it hurts her.
But a kooky spell may be about to come their way and show them the errors that they must work through.
Rated PG-13.
Alright, this also works as your player select screen. So yeah, I'll be playing as Cody, aka the dude, and Vanessa will be playing as May.
Huh, I didn't know Vanessa was in America.
It's one of my other PlayStation profiles. The way these games work, Job, is that each player has to pick one of the PS profiles on your PlayStation.
I know. That's pretty much how it works with the PS4. I assume that's how it is with the PS5 as well.
Yeah, it works the same way, yeah.
2 adaptive controllers.
Thus.
Okay, to their credit as well, like, I appreciate the fact that they're just gonna tell her outright, because you have to do it at some point. You can't just keep delaying it.
Okay, well, I'll wait until the dialogue, the first major cutscenes are to explain it.
I'll give them credit. They're handling a lot better than certain other parents do in certain shows.
Hey, Infinity Train is a good show. Hush.
No, they're taking it pretty well. Taking it extremely well.
So are these people British?
No, only the mom is.
No, well, yeah. The mom's British, everyone else is
The
American.
father is voiced by Joseph Valderrama.
Well, technically, Dwebs, it makes the daughter half Brit.
Yeah.
Then.
He's
Yeah.
mostly oh, he's about to have a rolling V Batman. Neat.
I noticed the daughter seems to have a bit of a British twang to it, but I guess.
Well, yeah,
Who is the
she is a half Brit. So
Yeah. He also
the
voiced the
mum's voiced
character
by-
in Dragon Quest XI.
And the mum's voiced by Annabelle Dower.
Mostly a TV actress.
Playful little scamp, aren't you?
Oh, she was in Sense8.
well,
Oh, Sense8, that was a
The
thing.
child is voiced by Claire
Yeah.
Corbett, who was in the Demon's Souls remake.
Beautiful. What she doesn't
she
know
even
is
she
that
even
that
she even bought she even got herself a relationship therapy book.
Yep, she was prepared for the day her parents would try to divorce. She's
And
going
their
to take
solution
matters
is to make a satanic ritual.
You know,
Honestly,
Tia,
good for her.
yeah, you know what? This should be good couples therapy and tell them to get over each other.
So yeah, basically
Along
taking
with you
it.
too.
So yeah, taking a Disney Pixar approach, her tears and wish.
Magical tears.
Yeah, her tears and wish is what triggers the storyline.
God has listened to your plea, child.
So, yeah.
I decided that I
I guess
will
this
help
is
your
the same-
parents.
I guess it's the same universe as Liar.
There you go. Okay, now
Okay, so
now let me show you guys.
Before you continue, I just need to point
Hold
out
on,
that
hold
girl. Okay. Go on.
Check out May's reaction to the fact that she's a doll now, because the actress performing it does a great job with the screaming. Like this actress is great. Just listen to her reaction when she sees herself in the mirror.
Hey, is that you?
You can also tell these cutscenes were actually more cut.
Blood of clay. Why do you look like a wooden doll?
It's okay, it's okay.
That is some good screaming, lady. I applaud you for that.
I mean, let's be honest. You probably would scream like a woman too if you saw that.
Okay, what rejected concept from Foodfight do you
That-
come from?
That's Dr. Akeem, aka the book that we saw earlier. And he's gonna be the one that takes Cody and May on a journey to fix their relationship.
Okay, guys, I think there's a problem if kids can buy something that is clearly this satanic and clearly needs to be put into more responsible hands.
Yeah, this is definitely.
She just killed herself.
That happened.
The problem is,
It takes two.
Oh.
you just
You can't kill
you immediately respawn.
Man, this is really the product of a satanic creature. You
That's
can't
the
even
ga-
kill yourself.
That's the game's way of telling you that there's no life system. You just respawn.
May, you're here to fix your relationship.
Just fixed it.
Yeah. We're
Yeah, that's not fixing the problem. That's avoiding it.
no. I will help you fix your relationship.
No, thank you.
Fix your relationship.
I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory.
To fix your marriage. See, love is like a mountain. May, it's Rose.
Come on, let's get to her. She must know what's going on.
Butterflies floating.
Yes.
Lovebird. You know what I'm saying? Hello?
Yeah.
He has a very DreamWorks face energy.
All right. So, Deji, what do you want to say?
How do we get up to her?
Oh, the stairs over
The girl, the little girl Rose, that's her name.
Yes.
Her face kind of looks like very early Pixar. More specifically, Andy.
I'm guessing they didn't quite know how to render a little girl with this budget, because this is technically Hazelight's second game.
Go to 10.
Go to 10 minutes, Shure.
I wonder if maybe it was intentional, actually, as that throwback to earlier Pixar
Alright.
stuff.
Especially, alright, almost there. Especially
Okay.
because, like I mentioned, it not takes two, but A Way Out did show that all the character facial models were pretty much on point.
Even the kids in that game. So I wonder if it's. I'm thinking it's intentional.
you're made of
Okay.
on the fuses.
Yeah, keep us. Okay, so It Takes
All
Two.
right, and go.
Okay, so
Go ahead, Pedro.
It Takes Two is a co-op 3D platformer. Just like A Way Out, this is all about player collaboration.
Okay.
Just like Cody and May, in order to get back into their bodies, need to work together, communicate better, and function better as a team, so do the players. And ground pound. There you go, ground pound. See? Taken from the Mario series. Wall jump as well. So there you go. See, all your typical mainstays are here, as you can see. You also have a double jump and a jump dash. So
The composer is also the mainstay that has worked with Joseph Ferry so far. Gustav Grefberg did compose for both A Way Out and the Brothers A Tale of Two Sons.
okay, so yeah, the idea is exactly this. Much like a lot of the portions of A Way Out, there's a lot of environmental puzzle solving. However, the gameplay in this game completely trumps what A Way Out did, because the gameplay is incredibly expanded. There's a lot more gameplay concepts and ideas that are used throughout the entire campaign. Aside from that, yes, it's a Joseph Ferry game, so as always, it's basically a great example of co-op gameplay, where the two players need to once again work together. We've played A Way Out, we already have a basic idea of how this works.
Before we did this playthrough, months ago, around the time of the game releasing, me and Pedro actually tested out this game's multiplayer capabilities online. Where I played as, what's the woman's name?
I think you played as the dude, Cody.
May?
Yeah, May. Yeah, the Sweet Life for May and Cody. Yeah.
The online was very stable, actually.
Yeah. The online was pretty good. I can't remember what platform. I think it was on PS5.
We did the PS5, yes.
Now, when we played for I think an hour or plus or so of the game, and I remember really enjoying the gameplay a whole lot, especially with all the unique puzzle solving you had to do. And this is coming from me, a guy who sucks at puzzles.
I was there to basically coach you for the entire thing, so.
However, I was not so keen on the story and characters at that point.
Sure.
Do they get better?
I don't know.
Well, he doesn't know, so because we just stopped it there.
That's what we're here to find out.
Okay, the basic idea.
Hey, who knows? Maybe when we get to the end, my opinion will have changed somewhat. We'll see.
Okay, so question: this can be played couch co-op, right?
Both online and local, yes. However, it cannot be played in single player. It cannot be played in single player because the whole point of this game, Deji, is to use collaboration. It's not even just it's co-op just for the hell of it. No, just like A Way Out, thematically, it only makes sense that this would be a co-op only game.
Joseph Ferry is intended both for A Way Out and this to be also a throwback to classic old couch co-op
with the split screen
titles with split screen. The ones that actually brought a sense of camaraderie between two people that were playing a game together.
Now watch the twist be that part of this satanic ritual, one of the parents has to kill the other to see who will go back.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt you there, Jova, because I want you guys to pay close attention to something that to a question that Dr. Akeem, the book I mean, is going to ask to both Cody and May, because it's going to come up. It's foreshadowing for what will happen later. It's a subtle moment, so it can be easily missed. Oh, look at that, it's Giant Rose. Alright, listen here. Listen to what he's going to ask in a moment.
Move out of the way, you stupid book! Yeah, get out of the way! I need to go and talk to my daughter. Your daughter? Oh, you talk like you own her. Ask yourself. Can you
No, he didn't.
just let us through?
I mean,
But notice, Twibs, how they didn't even try to dissuade him from what he just said.
Okay, if you ask me, because that's a very stupid question.
Well, I can tell you that when you see the entire thing in hindsight, it doesn't feel like
I suppose, but berating somebody for calling someone his daughter when she's his daughter.
Not to mention in a very inappropriate time, because they were actually trying to do a positive thing.
Yeah.
I guess what he wants is for them to call her by her name, but you always call like a relative, like your mother, father, daughter,
Oh, no.
brother.
You're a vacuum
I-
cleaner.
Dweebs never watch the Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah, this is basically taking inspiration from John Lasseter's
Oh,
Brave Little
gross.
Toaster. Again, you can tell that Joseph is a Pixar fan because this is so Brave Little Toaster right now.
Are you gonna commit suicide as well?
No. Instead, well, how about this, Theo? There's no suicide in this game, but there is homicide.
Oh, snap.
Oh man.
Dang.
So basically, this first part of the game is basically you get to decide who is the shittier parents.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I actually do like about this game in particular is that Joseph has absolutely no reservations about portraying these two as the horrible people that they are at the beginning. Like, and I'm not kidding. Like, it's not like what you typically see like in a this is a Pixar movie as an example. When Pixar has a bad, like for example, let's take Woody and Buzz for example. Woody and Buzz, of course. Well, Buzz was more deluded. He wasn't really had any bad traits necessarily, but yeah, Woody was an asshole at the beginning of the first Toy Story because he was jealous and egotistical, but he also had good traits. They also make sure to give him a lot of good traits as well, especially because they didn't want people to react to how the original pitch was.
Toy Story Black Friday.
Exactly.
Thanks, Jeffrey Kratzenberg.
But when it comes to this, but Joseph didn't want to do something like that. He wanted to genuinely make these people really bad apples that really need to completely. It's kind of like, I'm sure Taylor will agree. It's kind of like Tales of the Abyss, where the protagonist at the beginning is a complete piece of shit. Let's just put it like that. And by the end by the end of the game, he's basically a completely different character. I'll just tell you that.
I love how May's first worry was, no, we can't be like this forever. We need to get a divorce. Like, not
Exactly,
like,
Jova.
we may be trapped as dolls forever, or I may be trapped having to splinter my own arm or something. No. I care about getting a divorce. Like, don't get me wrong. Maybe you have good reasons for wanting the divorce, honey, but your priorities are way out of
This is
whack.
like
That's
Jova,
one thing.
this-
Two things, Jova. One, good notice. That tells you that these people have horrible priority management. Horrible. Second,
Jova, what this is like? The movie Twister, where the main character is constantly about, I totally need to file the divorce papers from my wife, who I'm totally not gonna
Let me
get
explain
back
this
to by the
gimmick.
end of the movie. Sorry.
okay, for this particular first level, there's going to be a lot of vacuums and
Oh.
air vents and
Damn,
shit like
she
that.
just got sliced and diced by that.
So you'll
man.
notice that this happens. So what do we do? Remember, this is a blind playthrough, by the way, so it gives me time to explain. There you go, see? Okay, Vanessa's going to redirect me in a moment. Alright, now I'll jump in. There you go.
So, I'm curious, are there any player-exclusive abilities for these two?
Yes.
Or can each... Oh,
We
okay.
have seen
Yes.
some of them in the trailers, if I recall correctly.
Basically, Jova, every time there's a new level, both players get a new specific ability.
Man,
you'll see
this
first.
really sucks, huh?
Yeah.
You're very, very clever, Dej.
Alright.
Thank you.
Second thing.
You go first, Pedro. I'll go.
Yeah. Second thing. Yeah, horrible priority management, and that's exactly it, Jova. It also shows again, the primary problem with them is that they got horrible priority management. That's not the first thing she should be concerned about right now.
I do wonder if the message is going to be that getting a divorce was a mistake, because it wasn't so much that they were getting the divorce because they were falling out of love with each other. It's that,
lack
getting
of
the divorce
communication.
probably would have been the latest in a long line of mistakes that they're making
Well-
because, lack of communication, and
Very
they
good.
kinda became sucky people.
I don't want to spoil anything, but you kind of got a lack of communication is going to be one of the primary things that this game talks about when it comes to relationships. Yes.
I've remembered now what exactly really ticked me off about this first part of the story that I played with Pedro.
Go ahead.
The book.
Oh yeah, the book.
Not
I don't mind the
no,
book,
not-
but I can
not-
see why you
not-
mind.
Not only is he more obnoxious than the supposed crappiest parents in the world, but the guy never fucking shuts up.
Oops.
Okay, weird. It looks like you hit it there.
I don't know. Whatever. No, sure. I can see that. Like, it's one of those cases where, in the case, I guess it depends on your tolerance to characters like
Would
that.
you say the book becomes better as a character later, Pedro?
Well, it's not the book that has a character arc. It's these two. So.
Well, obviously, what I mean is like, well, like maybe he's one of those characters who comes off obnoxiously occasionally, but then,
Well-
as Dead mentions, maybe occasionally they set him up, or maybe it turns out that he was giving some secretly helpful advice that does pan out.
Well, yeah, that is kind of his thing. Yes, like, but, well, how about this, Joe? I'll let you be the judge of that.
Sure.
There you go. See, now I have to stop this so that now, all right, or so that now Vanessa can go through.
But yeah, my guess is like, well, eventually, as you mentioned, in later levels, there will be bouts where, say, one character can only do a certain thing. And by that, I mean, like, well, a character exclusive thing.
Yeah, and as
Alright, this is gonna sound pretty mean, but honestly, if this was a Nintendo game, this game would be the reason why couples will divorce.
If it were Mario Party, baby.
Like, it's all about bringing people together. Everyone's incompetence, sabotaging each other.
But yeah, one thing that's all I think you'll at the very least be able to figure out by this point. There you almost made it. One thing is that this game is clearly following the Pixar formula. Two characters who don't get along at the beginning get thrown outside of their natural element, and now they have to go on a journey and get along, possibly learn some kind of valuable lesson together, and return to their natural element, now better people. Yeah, this is basically a Pixar story.
Man,
could you guys give me a time, please?
Incredibly tight.
There we
Go
go.
on.
Could you guys give me a time, please?
Oh, go to 23.
Okay. Because my Xbox just switched off on its own.
They'll do
Yes,
that if they're inactive.
It's just occasionally.
Not for nothing to this, but I'm pretty sure you can turn that off in the settings.
All right, I'm ready.
Alright, almost there.
No, it's been like this before and it didn't switch off.
Maybe you should tinker with the settings.
There you
Well, I'm
go.
there now. I can sort that
Later,
out.
obviously later.
Alright, and go.
Well, now that's collaboration.
Exactly. See, collaboration is important.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Come on,
we didn't have to
Dad,
argue.
so-
And we didn't have to argue like an old married couple.
You see, Dids, that's the power of teamwork and synergy, and knowing
Goes
your
where
loved ones well.
takes to leave.
It's especially because remember, it works especially like that, Joe. Because remember, A Way Out, in terms of gameplay, was very simplistic. Like he had mini games and stuff like that. But this is a much more elaborate game, gameplay-wise,
I can
because
see that,
it's a 3D platformer, and 3D platformers require precise timing.
You see, Dids, it's all about having good communication. It's like how me and Angelica communicate very well.
Well, exactly.
Who's Angelica?
You should two play. You two should play this game then.
Special someone.
You should play this game with her then. Anyway, where was I going? Yeah. Again, it's all about blending story with gameplay. Just like the characters have to learn to get along and communicate better, so do the players if they want to complete the game.
Anyway, Dids, if you need to know, Angelica's my old flame from middle school, who we reunited with, decided to give it another go now that she's moved back into the area.
There you go.
You sound like the protagonist of a slice of life show.
I know, right? I mean, it's because we were really going steady in middle school, and now we're giving it a try again now that we're adults. Granted, I'm at the point where I've seen
Yeah,
friends
it's
who
like-
get married
G.
and have kids of their own, so why not?
Oh, you too, huh? Yeah, I know,
I
right?
also noticed,
G guys, it's like there's some kind of really good value to such live storytelling that's very relatable or something.
I also noticed that, much like in A Way Out, occasionally the screen will like find to take a bit more control to showcase whose actions are a bit more important in that particular moment.
Very good too.
So, Dej, you got a special someone at the moment too?
No.
My apologies.
I'm going to need a time again.
Go to 26.
Okay, yeah, the gameplay does look pretty interesting with the platforming.
And there we go.
Yeah.
Wait, does this
Okay.
game have crossplay?
Yes. Well, kind of
Really?
you can play. You can cross play with a platform as long as it's the same. Like for example, the Xbox One and the Xbox Series can cross platform. The PS5 and PS4 can. But you can't
About
cross.
like say if
Alright,
someone has a PC,
And go.
But the
like
P-
say someone has a PC.
yeah, but the PC version can't cross play with others. I think.
Yeah, that's perfect. Excuse me, let me just add my friend.
Well, PC players
Oh,
would
you put-
usually just most likely want to play with PC players anyway. Yeah, basically like this. See, I have to control the jets
Oh.
so that Vanessa. Oh, yeah, try.
And Vanessa died.
It's okay. She just gets better.
I also do wonder if the aesthetic of the doll, like wearing Ed Joseph being inspired by the Unravel duology, considering it's also
Honest-
tied to the EA Originals program.
I thought you were going to mention the Book of Life, but
No,
that
no,
works
no,
too.
no, no, no. But Book of Life
Good
is all
movie.
about the Dias de la Muerta, and even then, from what they've been told, it doesn't recapture it 100%.
I'm talking more so about the rendering of the dolls.
I suppose.
Fun fact: the Book of Life was made by the same guy who made LT Go.
One of the great things about this particular game, and this is
Both
why
are great. Go on, Pedro.
and why I decided to invite Deji to participate in this one, is because the gameplay. And trust me, you'll have a good impression of what I mean as we go along through this game. The gameplay variety in this game is astounding. I would dare even say that it's on par with a Yoshiaki Koizumi team game.
I mean, despite its limits, A Way Out already did showcase an impressive amount of variety for a game of its scope and budget.
Oh,
So
trust me, Theo.
I'm
nowhere
not
near to this
doubting that
game's
at all.
level. I assure you. No. This game makes A Way Out's gameplay look crap by comparison. It's just that much better too.
What are they inside right now?
Apparently, they're
Back
The
based.
basement.
Oh.
It's because this game. It's because Theo, much like a Koizumi game, a gimmick from one level stays in that level. Like, and practically, and on a very regular basis, the game will just abandon a gimmick and never bring it up ever again in favor of new gimmicks. It's kind of like, again, the same way a Super Mario Galaxy game would do. And every time that,
Bad Fur Day.
and or if they even bring an old gimmick back, they would put some kind of interesting spin on it. So as a result, the game is there you go, see. As a result, the game is consistently entertaining because you're always doing something new. The game constantly keeps throwing you creative new idea after creative new idea.
Nope. Sorry, Pedro, that thing is not gonna get bumped.
Oh well.
It was something from Mario 64. I don't know what.
The piano, maybe?
Yeah, the pianos.
There you
Someone
go.
asking me something?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, Dwibs. Mayonnaise is not an instrument.
It's
Yeah,
not.
Let me actually tell what I wanted to say before, because again, I'll mostly just wait until the end of the game, mostly to see actually also where this is going. But obviously, well, not obviously because the audience doesn't know, but I get the idea that I'm mostly curious about hearing the opinion of people who play this game that actually had experienced like their parents actually divorcing to see what they actually can see about it, if they actually still enjoyed it, believe it's it's a nice fun ride or something. But obviously I do not feel the case, not having that condition.
Neither do I.
Basically, I'll just wait until the end of the game before. I will try to do some research in the meantime on my own.
I'll get Chloe to play this for me.
I just didn't want to do it now in order to avoid spoilers.
About my criticism of the book earlier, I accidentally said the same thing twice, just differently. My actual second criticism that I've seen so far of the during my playthrough is what you guys saw earlier. He asks really stupid questions.
Didn't you mention that one already?
No. I did it first.
No, Tio did. I just when I tried to explain earlier, I accidentally said the same thing, just slightly differently.
Yeah, I mean, I get what they're trying to do, but yeah, no, that's a dumb question.
I mean, the book might as well be asking. The book might as well be asking, why don't you guys get along?
Ironically enough, that's mainly about where I feel like the book needs to get better priorities as well.
I can definitely see the whole creative angle about the game. It's more about, at least so far, but I also see from the other trailers.
I see, that's clever.
Mm-hmm. But I also see from the other trailers, it's more about thinking a concept, like something based on like say a basement, a garden, something like that, and trying to see what kind of mechanics can you pull for this kind of game.
There you go.
You definitely have to time a lot of stuff very precise in this game.
Collaboration, Jova. Collaboration.
And communication. I can only imagine how much more difficult it must be when you don't have the ability to talk immediately to the person you're playing.
Like you see in the menu, Jova, there is actually a voice chat system if you want.
I know that. My point is like people who can or can't use that capability though would have probably a tougher time given how precise some of this timing has to be.
I guess. I mean, from what I've tried, the online is incredibly stable. So.
No. I'm talking about the communicating. Like the connection seems fine.
Sure.
The communication, because there are some things that seem like you need to like verbally communicate with the other player, like when you're timing when to move and whatnot. So, what's the overall size and scope of levels? Like, I mean, on average, would you say that they're like lengthy adventures or more bite-sized?
Lengthy. The game lasts like 15 hours, basically.
Again, for being like an indie-like game for this type of scope, it is pretty impressive.
There you go.
You can definitely tell that EA actually had a lot of trust in this.
Well, remember too, like that was one of the things because A Way Out was really surprisingly for them, not for us, but this is a very surprising success for EA, so they decided to give Joseph another go. And this game already beat A Way Out's sales. It sold.
Screw the Oscars.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, Dej. Don't worry, Dej. We'll bring that back in this game.
So, boss fight
against the sock monster.
Me and Pedro kind of struggled a bit at this boss.
Okay, let me see if he's credited. Yes, he's voiced by Stephen.
Okay. See, here's the communication part. Well, Dwebs, it wouldn't be such a struggle if you were fast.
That's cute. I can fix you. I can make you work again. Lies. I see the parallel.
Could you repeat that?
Well, like again, communication, Dwebs. Well, Dwebs, maybe if you were faster and did things properly, maybe we wouldn't have struggled.
Also, I know I just
telling me to be faster at that. I would have been able to concentrate more.
You see what I mean? Now me and Dwebs are bickering like an old couple.
Oh snap! They replaced him.
I also just found it. The vacuum is actually voiced by the narrator puppeteer. Huh.
We should change his name. I shouldn't.
Wait. Who cares what country the vacuum's from? If it works, it works.
He's very proud of his origins, Dwibs. Come on, don't be like.
You're a vacuum cleaner. You don't have any.
His name should be called Sugma.
Dan Dwibs, Dan Dwibs, you really would be like in terms of Toy Story kids, you definitely wouldn't be an Andy. You would definitely be a Sid.
Nah, he wouldn't be a Sid. He'd be
A Bonnie.
A Bonnie?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Ooh, that's taking into consideration.
Okay, let me explain how the
what Bonnie
bosses
does in
work.
Toy Story 4.
Okay,
There's a
so
Toy Story 4?
let's just yeah.
Yeah.
Here's how bosses work. For the bosses, the players actually get life bars, and if you die, you have to mash triangle to come back return. If both players die at the same time, you go back to the last checkpoint and start the boss from scratch. So the idea is one of the big strategies of boss battles is if your player if one of the players is dead and the other one potential strategy would be for the other one to just stay out of harm's way as possible until the other one can get revived. If you do that, you should be able to reasonably never actually lose at these.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Jesus,
here's how
this
this.
fucking hit.
So here's how this boss works. Well, actually, I'll wait till the actual proper hitting phase comes in.
Ooh, gotta work on
He's firing
timing.
tacks at you.
Yep.
Explosive tanks.
So Theo,
How tactical of him.
So here's how it works. See, there you go. So Vanessa's putting in all those bombs, and I have to throw them straight at his mouth. There you go. Drown in your garbage.
That's a quote from Master
Oh.
not entirely, but
There you go. We died simultaneously, meaning now we have to start over.
sounds a lot like Master Belcher from Earthbound.
Okay, so basically it works like that. When you're that way it keeps the boss battle challenging, but at the same time, like you said, if you to make sure you communicate well, like okay, I'm dead. Make sure you stay out of harm's way. Okay, sure. Like or if you feel like, or if the other one is full health, no, it's okay. I'm in full health. I can do this.
Just one of those attacks is enough to take away half your health.
There you go.
Okay.
And there's not even.
Like a truck. I noticed that you seem to regenerate health over time.
Yes, you do. So the game is challenging, but not too challenging. It's reasonable.
Yeah, I can see that.
Isn't it aimed at a younger audience?
Not necessarily, Dwebs. There's mild swearing in it.
And it's still dealing with with a heavy topic like divorce, despite the sugar
Well,
coating.
a lot of family films have the topic of divorce in it, like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Sure.
And that one also had swearing in it too, I guess.
All right. So let's continue.
Yeah, but those kind of films can get away with a bit of swearing.
Just one more.
And now, check this out. I love the way we finish this boss. Check this out.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh
Oh.
no! Not the eyes! Oh god! Jesus Christ! Oh my god!
I mean, yeah, you did try to kill them.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you
pretty
tried.
grim, actually. That's...
To be fair, like May said, he
tried to
was trying to
them
kill
for,
us.
Well, maybe if you didn't replace it or actually fixed it.
Deji, no, he tried to kill them for basically
hold on.
doing his job.
Hold on.
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me about
What do you think is the reason, Cody?
Come on, let's find her.
Yeah, that's how. There you go. That's how clueless they are.
You're pretty dense, aren't you?
They're incredibly
Yes.
dense, Shiroi. That's
Why
how
did you
cool.
wanted a child in the first place?
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. It's not that they dislike Rose or anything, Teo. It's just that they clearly are horribly misguided. Horribly.
Yeah, they're Timmy's parents.
Well, I've never seen that show, so I can't really comment on that.
Let's just say his parents are so
terrible.
terrible, and that's part of the reason that he got fairy godparents.
It's
So, yeah,
mostly played
basically,
for Vanessa in that. He never treated that much seriously, aside from a couple of episodes.
Yeah, like more
Yeah, so-
specifically
And the
the 2
movie.
movies.
So,
Yeah.
so basically, in this game, we've got a 12-year-old and the other characters who act like 12-year-olds.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, London Witten too. The person.
My Rose.
Let's try this again.
Can't hear us.
As I said, apparently she cannot even see the fact that the basement is a
Wait
complete
a
shambles.
minute. Wait, she can't hear you. Seem familiar almost?
Yep.
Maybe like she couldn't be heard by you?
I know the way.
Well,
Do you know the way?
So basically, what you're
No.
so
oh, who are
Get
you?
that out of here.
Oh,
So ba-
Hammerhead.
Oh no, it's the hammer from Handy Manny.
well, remember, we're operating on Toy Story logic. Everything is
Honestly, I
alive
think
in
it's
this
the
one.
hammer from Brave Little Toaster.
Actually, there is not an hammer there. Joe.
No,
Pretty sure
we
there
gotta
was
keep
in the
this.
sequel.
We gotta keep this Disney theme. So handy mandy.
I was more thinking instead of a similarity between the bar and items from Conker's Bad Fur
Yeah,
Day.
this is another
Wait,
thing that I would like.
actually.
Sure, go ahead.
It is Brave Little Toaster Disney.
Yes.
Oh. Anyway, continue.
Yes,
Pedro.
Pedro?
Well, I might as well wait at the end of this at least. There you go, Joba. Here's our new unique abilities for this next batch of gameplay. May gets a hammer thingy, and Cody gets nail.
Nail.
Oh no! If he's a Blaze Blue power character, he'll be OP as hell.
So there you go. Basically, so there you go, Jova. The two have specific gameplay abilities right now. I'll explain in the next part how. There you go. Well, actually, I can see. I can throw the tack right there, whereas Vanessa can just bomb things with her hammer thingy.
I get it. So the nail is Thor's hammer with how he calls it back.
It's not that. You literally call it exactly like the Leviathan X in God of War PS4.
Yes.
Pedro, you almost got it. You almost got it. Yeah.
No, I always have it anyway, Dej. But anyway, it also involves that thing that she said. Yes, like Jova's, like I don't know, I forgot who said it, but I think it was Jova. But yeah, like Jova said. May is an engineer, and she did at one point said that she was going to fix that vacuum, but she just stuffed it there and she just forgot about it, and that's why the vacuum felt and that's why the vacuum felt resentful. So yeah, Brave Little Toaster / Toy Story level of logic, in the sense that it makes you feel bad for the way you treat your inanimate objects and stuff like that.
That's the vacuum cleaner definitely overreacted by trying to kill us, so we had to put him down.
Yeah, sure. May made that point as well. So there's also the fact that notice one thing that May just said right now. That hammer was actually a hammer that May used to use when she did any housework. Because remember, she's an engineer; she likes doing that. But she doesn't never use that hammer anymore. And Jimin said, "Yeah, but because of work, mommy has to give up her hobbies." So apparently she had to give up her hobbies to work to take care of the family, because apparently Cody apparently doesn't bring much money into the household.
We'll have to wait and see.
So we'll have to wait and see how that turns out.
All right.
See ya.